Hello, and welcome to another episode of Speak Your Truth. So today we'll be speaking about self-love, and my guest today is Maria. And self-love is very important, especially when we're trying to find our truths and connect with our authentic selves. So let's get started. So thank you, Maria, for being on the show today. Thank you for your presence. So actually, Maria is a yoga teacher and also a software trainer. So we're here to talk about self-love, which is also connected to her yoga practice and the trainings that she's giving at the moment. So Maria, self-love, what does self-love mean? And actually, what does it mean for you personally?
Yeah, right. I know what that means for me, and thank you for this question, because this is such a huge topic, and I think everyone of us have a different way to see it. And I'm so glad that we can talk about that now, because I think the most important thing is to find the individual perspective or your own truth about self-love, because it's important not to take what everybody's telling, just only go to your own path to find the meaning of that word.
Yeah, because I had a look at your website, and amazing, impressive, by the way. It's actually it's actually very down to earth and just fun, and I think it's what you have on offer is pretty amazing. And you also have this expression on your website, the drama baby, get rid of the drama baby and connect with your inner love or something like that, and with yoga. So tell us, how can we get rid of the drama baby with yoga and self-love? What is your take on that?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I found. I found this concept. It's like a concept that I have been working, I think it's had been 2 years almost, when everything began with the yoga practice and just to be aware what's happening. And this drama is so at some point of our lives, or of my life, I don't know if you feel identified with that. It's like a personal path for everyone. I feel like, okay, there's too much drama, and I was hearing all the time, love yourself, and then this okay, but how I'm going to do that?
How? Exactly. I mean, you hear that a lot. It's just it's a mainstream topic at the moment, self-love and stuff, but how do you do it?
Not you wake up someday, it's like, oh, I love myself, and then you see in the mirror and you say, oh, what? But because we know we have all our topics, and it's our dark sides, or something that we don't like about ourselves.
Yes, true. That's true.
We are going to accept that and love everything. So
self-acceptance, take time. It takes time, and it's not, like you said, it's not just from one day being to the next. And because everyone, like you said, everyone does have a part of themselves that they're not really totally, happy with. So it's just, instead of trying to change who we are, and I think that's where self-love comes into play, right? So do you have a solution? How? Do you have an answer to the how question?
Well, unfortunately, I don't have a magic solution, a
magic potion or something.
Yeah. What I found and what I have on the website and all these instruments that I am working on is an exercise. It's like a muscle. This self thing, love thing, is that we have to train that, and that's what my love workflow is all about. Find for everyone the instrument to train that every day, every moment that you feel like because it's going to happen all the time. It's not going when you feel, okay, I love myself and everything is okay, then something happened and then you feel, okay, that's you're falling down again and you have to stand up. So it's about exercising And how exercising this? There are many.
A constant is a constant process, isn't it? Is a continuous process. It's actually recognizing that you are unique the way you are, and not like trying to change anything, isn't it? Like, accepting your flaws, the what's and all, and just, being totally, it's probably difficult to, especially with the media, like showing the perfect, what is meant to be perfect, and, like trying to cloud our judgment on what is beautiful and what is not. Exactly. So it is obviously a difficult thing to stand in front of the mirror and say, damn, looking good. I'm good. Like, when you wake up in the morning.
Yeah, especially that.
But the fact is, there are billions, of dollars or euros industry that are actually depending on us not feeling good about ourselves, isn't it?
It means it's like a. That we have to reverse all this,
exactly
that process that have been like for so many years happening, and it's normal to compare. That's
but that's what I'm saying. I mean, beauty industry, multi-billion, dollar, euros industry that is just like depending on you wanting to change things, trying to sell you what is wrong with you, like trying to highlight it so you can buy their products, isn't it? So
that's one of the tools that we have to use for this training. One of them is like to reprogram yourself about this kind of belief that everybody, society, family, like the cosmetic industry, like society in general, are trying to like show you all that kind of information. It's like
it's a conditioning. It's a conditioning.
Like shape all. And then we have to reprogram that. And how? One of these techniques is yoga, of course. The breathing pranayamas is the name of this the exercise when you can go into your deep you and reprogram these things.
Thoughts and
like this thought, the belief that you have been so many years, and to shape that what is you, and that is focusing and you're around, like you are all the time comparing. I'm not that, but what I am. And that is one of the
but the truth is, who are we really? Because our authentic self, our truth is not the person we see when we stand in front of the mirror, is it? I mean, that is man's weakness. That is our weakness, really, because we depend too much on the body, we depend too much on the physicality, and we ignore the part of us which is actually responsible for a lot, manifestations, I would say.
Yeah,
right.
It's like because a conditioning, like it's limit. The body is beautiful. The body give us the possibility to exist and to make this play on life. And when we accept that, we ignore the fact that we are only the body. Because it's also important. I mean, I like to do this play, like to play with forms in this level.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. But in the process, we shouldn't ignore the soul part of us as well, because that is so important, because it is the soul which sustains the body. Think of it, if the soul is suffering, right, if you're not caring for your soul and it's suffering, you see the effect it has on your body.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Your inside shape your outside.
Absolutely. That's what I'm trying to say, that, it's important to care for the soul as well as for the body. It's even more important to care for the soul because, when you see sicknesses, sometimes it starts from within, from the soul. And when you're taking care of your soul, your body would reflect the light that you're shining from within. And if you're not taking care of your soul, then the body tends to wither away. It just,
Well, this is a huge topic.
It is.
sickness is, I know the suffering behind a sickness, and yes, it is a part of us, like we can make us sick through think and through conditional behaviors and beliefs. There is also a chronical part of that, like we are predisposed. Sometimes we have this predisposition to be in one kind of sickness, and there is a huge thing. But in the inside of this topic, I was born with a chronic sickness on my right eye. So it is a process to accept that and to know why is this happening.
But I think this is so beautiful. You know, I told you this. I saw one of your pictures, right? You know the one I'm talking about. And yeah, you can show it. I mean, look into the camera. Say, you know, I mean, when I saw that, I thought you did that on purpose. I thought it was lens. It was so captivating, so enchanting when I saw that on the professional photo that you took. And I thought, wow, she's like a seer. You know, like
Thank you.
Really, it was so magical. And then it was later that you told me that you fell sick, or it's an illness that you had as a child, and that it's, you know, a disability or so.
I was born with that.
Yeah, but I didn't know that, and I felt like so awful when I thought it was so magical. But when you told me that, and then I was like, you see, this is self-love, right? I loved it. I saw it and I loved it, and I expect
everybody was loving that except for me. So thank you for this compliment. I accepted that, and that give me a little bit relief, because everybody was thinking, oh, you are wearing a contact lens or whatever. Yeah. But it was a process, and that's a part also, like of this path, like to accept that what we are, if it's a disease, if I mean, we have nowadays this topic is like so actual, like
it is,
like the diversity. We are everybody.
Yes,
one of a kind,
yes. Diversity and all. It creates so much separation, but which needs not be. It's just in the minds of people, right? It's just, you know, in the minds of you different, you know, and you different, you don't belong, and all of that. So, but it's a kind of like a stereotype, you know. Ideology, I would say, and also people have it, they build it up in their heads, and so it makes it even more difficult for people to accept themselves the way they are, because it's just this constant comparison and all of that.
And you know what, the best example are kids. When you in my case, if you see my eye, like when a child see me, and this is a kind of how do you say, like naivete in German?
A what?
Like naivete, like you're naive.
Naivety. Yeah, naivety.
Like genuinity, and you ask maybe, oh, what's that? And it's like a normal thing. It's different, but it's not automatically bad or good. Without this,
but it brings you awareness to, you know, like the, you know, that you're different. It brings you your awareness to it.
In principle, different is not good or bad.
It's not. Different. Exactly. With children, it's not. I mean, with me, it was also an innocent kind of, you know, love that it was just like. But sometimes people, you know, like, well, if it comes from an innocent perspective, it's good. But, you know, when it comes from a judgmental perspective, I mean, you feel it as well in your soul, isn't it, when someone is being judgmental? Like, I've also had kids, you know, ask me when I go to, I don't know, to an event in the kindergarten or school, and the kids will ask me, actually, I had this experience that a child asked me if I painted myself, you know? Hast du dich gemalt? And I thought it was so sweet, but at the same time, I thought, you know, how can a child possibly not know that people are different? You know, what kind of, you know, environment is that child growing in? And for heaven's sakes, what kind of kindergarten is that child in that, you know, wouldn't be aware that there are different people, different, you know, like colors and all of that. And being me, I can be very cheeky. Well, I told a child, you see, when you eat lots of chocolate and sweet things, you know, I just try to like paint it like that.
I think that's one of the key points, is to be playful for that, because we have to redefine all these bad or good, what is beauty, what is to exactly what, when I'm successful in life, I have to achieve that or that. And in this redefinition, it's also possible to be playful, to be like innocent again.
Exactly, to be playful and not always take things seriously, especially if it comes from an innocent perspective, you know, like a child who asks you if you're painted, you know, because, you know, or I don't know, like a child who asks you why, you know, your eye is like that. It's just like, but if it comes from a judgmental point of view, that is a different thing. And this is what, you know, like the media does, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. The media or the society does that, but the most important thing is we have to go to this innocent and love and compassion place for ourselves. Because when we see that in this innocent point, then the society and everything change around.
Absolutely.
That's
absolutely. Absolutely.
Me saying a kid that I have superpowers with my eyes, so I can see.
Yes, you do. You actually, you do. Maybe you don't know it yet, but you do. Yeah.
For me, it was like a transformation, because when I start saying that to a kid, to kids asking me that, then I accept that and say that, okay, maybe you have a superpower, and then I make a logo. I make this t-shirt that I'm wearing now.
Yeah.
Because then I went to my peaceful place to accept that as a thing that I cannot change, and then I can like be a superhero or something cool that you can redefine that.
And kids find that fun. They think it's great. So it's also about owning your story. It's about, you know, accepting, because if you own your story, then you're actually writing your story, and you know, you get to decide how it ends, and you know, you structure. But if you're not owning your story, then you know, you go around with shame and with you know bad feelings, and so it's very important. Self-love is very important, because then you're accepting who you are yourself.
When we go to that place of detachment, so we accept that we can shine as the love of we are, and that's where the magic begins, and then we love ourselves more and more, because it's an exercise.
Yes, more self-love. Self-love is so important. So would you say that you now getting to the point where you're now more comfortable with loving yourself, loving the way you were brought into the world with your eye? And would you say that you've gotten to that point, or are you still working on it?
Well, I would love to answer with a yes. But this is a yin in German.
Yes, it's a yin. So it's a mix of yes and no. Yin.
Definitely, it's a process, as you said, and I think this is the game, the game of life.
Yes.
So I'm definitely. This is like a building. When you are on one floor, and then you react at some situation in your life, you react as you did your best. And so I definitely, to answer that question, I am in a better floor, like almost in the top, but it's the main work to do. It's like if we keep practicing our authentic selves.
Yes.
And it can be yoga,
it's so important.
Meditation.
It's so important.
Be singing or playing an instrument or painting, whatever that takes you to this essence, what you really are. Because it's not only a path, it's one.
Absolutely. That's the thing. A lot of people think it has to be like this, you know, but it doesn't. You just connect with yourself, and we're so multifaceted. We have so various, you know, people have different ways of doing things, and you can be different. You can be different at different times and different occasions. So just tap into that. I think it's you. Totally right. Tapping into your authentic self and being yourself and just being who you are, and that is very important. So back to your yoga thing, and also you have some other courses, or it's just yoga that you're offering at the moment?
What I have basically yoga. Yoga is a very huge, like a very, how do you say, like it's science and see.
Is what?
It's a sport also, but it's not only sport. Like yoga, the practice of yoga is the main thing is the breathing. And I have a yoga class and I have breathing class.
Breathing classes and yoga classes.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, so if you are looking for a yoga class, you have a wonderful, wonderful yoga teacher. Contact her. Do you want to say your website? What's the name of your website?
Yes, the website name is My Love Workflow. So it's just a path to finding love, and then you can just go to the website, and if you feel like identify with this, stop drama, baby. Like don't identify only with these beliefs and be free of them, and then keep trying. That is going to be a song for me.
And I saw some of your videos. I think it's amazing work.
Like dancing is also a beautiful way to get out of the mind, and this is also dance class. Like
I love dancing. I love dancing and singing. I used to sing as well. I used to be in a band. Oh, don't tell anyone. Oops.
Okay, I have to check that out.
No. You won't find it anywhere. I am just, like someone once told me, I'm a creative monster. I am a creative monster. A good monster.
Not just to put yourself in one area. Explore everything that you can, like as a kid, like we said before. Like just being playful and trying this. And it's not working.
Just being yourself. Just
dance and sing and paint and do whatever.
Being in your element. Living your bliss. That is so important. Self-love, Maria. Thank you so much for the great conversation.
Thank you for spreading this energy, this beautiful energy, and I hope that I can just go to the world and to stay there. We need
Lovely having you here. Maria, thank you.